This episode of Unscripted is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an energy drink that doesn't cause any jitters and gives you a bunch of energy to get all your gaming done, and it energizes me to do Unscripted. So use code Krooked Does Stuff at dubby.gg and you'll get your own Dubby for 10% off, and you can also find a link in the description down below. So thank you, Dubby, for sponsoring this episode, and here's Unscripted. Hello, everyone. I am Krooked, and I do stuff, and this is Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating. And today we are playing PowerWash Simulator for the PlayStation 5. We'll go ahead and start with the first level here. Okay, it won't let me. So I'm kind of playing this in my free time. At the time of this recording, it is free for PlayStation Plus members. And, you know, I thought I would take a look at it because it's just kind of one of those games where you get to do your own thing, and it's like mini simulators. It gives you a little bit of a slice of life that you may not have experienced before. So this is basically what a majority of the game is. You are an unnamed person. Well, not really unnamed. It gives you a name, I just don't remember what it is. And your goal is to power wash stuff. It doesn't have a bunch of cinematics or anything like that. It's kind of as bare bones as it gets. But it allows you to approach everything in whatever way that you want to. And your goal is to get whatever your clients want, and you power wash it. You just go through and wash things. You can hit buttons that will show you how dirty things are. And you just go through. There's no real sense of difficulty for the game. Similar to the way that like Stardew Valley would be, where you kind of just move along at your own pace, you do what you want to do, and that's that. I personally like this game as a way to like wind down after work, where you know you've had a long day, you're like, I don't really want to do much, I just want to kind of relax and play something where I don't have to think, I can just do. And I think PowerWash Simulator nails that in every single way that it can. It's very zen, and it can be a very relaxing game, especially since it shows you what needs to be cleaned. You're not struggling the entire time trying to be like, oh, I'm missing this one little piece of dirt somewhere and I can't find it. No, you can just hit a button and you're good to go. Well, your power washing, once you clean up certain things, it will also tell you, hey, you finished, like, I'll see if I can finish this chair real quick so I can show you what I mean. But it'll say that you had finished something, and it will give you a dollar amount based on whatever it was you finished. And with that dollar amount, you can eventually pick up new upgrades for your sprayer, and that will enable you to power wash things faster or more efficiently. There's clearly a lot of dirt on this chair. You sometimes have to change the tool that you're using to power wash with, because the one that you're using may not be strong enough to wash what you're currently working on, and that can be either a really big task or it can be a really small minor thing. So see, that just gave me $2. Most of the stuff that's like really big, it's not a big deal. You can just use whatever nozzle you really feel like, and you can get it washed. Some things, though, it is much easier to use a smaller, more pressurized nozzle, so that way you can get it washed and get it clean. And there's like different things. in one part of the level, I had to wash moss off of stuff, and that was something that took a much higher intensity hose than like the big nozzle, which is this big white one. I can probably show you here. And there's different soaps you can buy and stuff, but if you notice this one, even though it's a really wide spray, I sometimes have to go over stuff multiple times in order to get it clean, whereas with the smaller hoses, I didn't really have to do that. I could just hit it once, and because of the water pressure, it just kind of cleaned it. But this is a good way to do bigger areas, like this entire fence. Just go through, whereas if I wanted to go to one of the smaller hoses, this would take me forever to do it. So I can go to the big one, rinse it down, and just get through it a little bit quicker. Generally, you'll find that by going a little bit smaller but higher pressure, it's usually the better way to do it, because it's kind of the trade-off. You're not covering all the area, but it's clean and you don't have to switch to a different hose the entire time. In terms of graphics, the game looks good. It looks realistic enough that you would believe, hey, this is, someone's house. It's not all cartoony. There's a lot of different levels where, like, you clean stuff from other games, which I think is also really cool, because it gives you, varied environments for it. So it looks really good. Sound-wise, there's not a lot. It's very, very bare bones. Pretty much the sound is some environmental noises that you can hear, and outside of that, you spray, and you get the noise of water being sprayed, which for some people, that's not a great thing, and they will probably prefer to put music or something on while they're playing, which integrated into PlayStation, I believe you can play music. So that's pretty cool, but if not, you can always throw something on or throw on headphones or whatever, and you'll have music playing as well. A little bit of a disappointment that there is no sound other than this, but I understand. It's basically an indie game that ended up picking up a lot of steam, so it kind of makes sense. They probably didn't have a budget to pay for a bunch of music and stuff. But it is very bare bones in that kind of sense. Controls-wise, I think the controls are really, really fluid. You can switch which nozzle you're using on the fly. You can change the direction on the fly. You can basically do whatever you want. That umbrella really reminds me of the Umbrella Corp logo at that point. Well, before I started cleaning it. The controls are, for a game that released on PC and then came to consoles, I think the controls are exactly what they needed to be. There's nothing bad about them. They're perfect in the sense of everything makes sense, and it's easy, and you don't have to worry about controls. You don't have to worry about that translation from mouse and keyboard to the actual game not working out very well, because it works amazingly well. You can jump, you can run, you can change everything. It's great. And then you get messages, and it gives you new tasks that you can go do. Like, I have another one where I can work on a dirt bike, and now I'm apparently going to get one where I can work at a park. I might also be getting an RV, I guess, and you start off with a van. So, overall, the game is very, very, very zen. It's kind of a relaxation game, and it is a lot of fun in that sense. It's not going to be a game where you are really satisfied the entire time about how difficult it is or anything like that. But if you're just looking for a game where you can sit down and relax, this game nails it. So for score, it is a very different game than what a lot of people are used to playing. But as I said, if you want a game where you can just kind of zone out, relax, and have a good time, or even relax with other people because it is co-op, and some maps are up to 6 people that you can play with, I would definitely check out PowerWash Simulator. And for that, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Again, because you can choose whatever music you want and it doesn't have any playing on its own, that's both a positive and a negative. The sounds that are here are good, the controls are good, and it looks good, and it's really just a game that I've caught myself going back to and playing because, well, I've had a rough day at work. I don't want to think about things. I just want to play a game. PowerWash Simulator is there. So, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite simulator game is and why. Like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you never miss an episode of Unscripted. And hit that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever a new episode of Unscripted does come out. And with all that being said, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!